Aksaray is a city in the Central Anatolia region of Turkey and the capital district of Aksaray Province. According to 2009 census figures, the population of the province is 376,907, of which 171,423 live in the city of Aksaray. The district covers an area of 4,589 square kilometers, and the average elevation is 980 meters, with the highest point being Mt.Hasan at 3,253 meters. History. Aksaray region was an important stopover along the Silk Road that crossed through Anatolia for centuries, and the city of Aksaray has a long history. The town of Garsora was named Akile by Archelaus of Cappadocia, the last Cappadocian king. In Roman times, the town was known as Colonia and was a bishopric and an important military center, holding an imperial eplecton. Of its bishops, Euphrasius was at the First Council of Nicaea in 325, Bosphorus at the First Council of Constantinople in 381, Daniel at the Council of Ephesus in 431, Aristomachus at the Council of Chalcedon in 451, Alexander at a council called by Patriarch Menes of Constantinople in 536, and Conon at the Trullan Council of 692. No longer a residential bishopric, Colonia in Cappadocia is today listed by the Catholic Church as a titular see. Colonia is also a titular metropolis in Turkey of the Ecumenical Patriarchate of Constantinople. The town was also prosperous during Ottoman times due to its proximity to Tuzgolu, which was a primary source of salt for Anatolia. The region came under the control of the Seljuk Turks after the Battle of Manzikert in 1071. The Anatolian Seljuk Sultanate they founded left important landmarks in and around Aksaray. The Moroccan traveller Ibn Battuta, who was in the region in the 14th century, was impressed by the class of Muslim traders that had emerged in Aksaray and noted the urban centre as a beautiful city, surrounded by waterways and gardens, with the water supply coming right to the houses of the city. Aksaray was incorporated into the Ottoman Empire in 1470 by the Ishak Pasha, and many inhabitants of the city were relocated to Constantinople, recently captured by the Ottomans, where they were settled in a quarter of the city that came to be named Aksaray. Aksaray.The. Today Aksaray is a quiet mid-sized city. In recent past, many inhabitants migrated to Britain, Germany and other European countries for job opportunities. Ilara Valley and the other tourist attractions of Cappadocia are close, but as yet, Aksaray has not been very successful in attracting visitors to the city itself. A new attraction in Aksaray city is Hunkalan, a large theme park with artificial waterfalls, and which has immediately become a popular venue for Aksaray wedding parties. Cuisine. This is a rich agricultural region producing grains, meat and dairy and many kinds of fruit and vegetables. Therefore, the cuisine of the town is of high standard. Well-known dishes include many pastries and other kinds of wheat-based dishes such as yufka, a thick phyllo pastry, eaten like bread, filled with cheese and toasted on a hot griddle. Many kinds of local pasta, couscous, including one stuffed with meat and steamed like ravioli. Tahana, a soup made from a dried mixture of wheat, flour, spices and yogurt. Pelton, sweet of flour, syrup and butter. Hosmerim, kagana and many other rich sweets, mostly involving butter and flour. Other dishes include soups made with okra, yogurt and a thick floury chicken stew called arabasi. Climate. Aksaray has a cold semi-arid climate under the Köppen, either a hot summer continental climate or a hot summer oceanic under the Truartha classification. Places of interest. Hasan Dagi, a 3,000 meters volcano between Aksaray and Nigt, visible from the city. Asiklihoyak, a burial mound 25 kilometers east of the city of Aksaray. Esimhoyu, and early Bronze Age settlement 18 kilometers northwest of the city of Aksaray. The ancient Roman and Byzantine city of Nora, in the village of Helvadia near the city of Aksaray. Ilara, a canyon 40 kilometers from the city of Aksaray, contains ancient churches carved into the valley walls and decorated with frescoes. Urva Cemetery in the city contains the tombs of 14th century Islamic leads Samunku Baba and the scholar Semaledani Aksaray. Zinkiri Medresi, a Quranic school with a typical Seljuk portal, built by the Bey of Karaman in 1345. Sports. The Run for Cappadocia Ultramarathon, a multi-day track running ultramarathon of desert concept, is held since 2012 annually in July. The race tours 244 kilometers in 6 days through several places across Cappadocia, reaching out to Lake Tuz. Mosques: Karamanoglu Cami, a large mosque in the city center. Igrimine, a Seljuk Turkish minaret 1221 to 1236, built under the rule of Aletan Kikubatai, the high church on a steep rock 3 kilometers from the city. Caravanserais. There are 3 monumental caravanserais in the neighborhood of Aksaray. The best known is Sultan Han, located in the village Sultanhin about 40 kilometers west of Aksaray. This fortified structure was built in 1229, during the reign of the Seljuk Sultan Kigubad I, by the Syrian architect Muhammad bin Havlin el-Damaski along the trade route from Konya to Aksaray, leading to Persia. After it was partially destroyed by a fire, it was restored and extended in 1278 by the governor Seraseddin Ahmed Karameddin bin al-Hasan during the reign of the Sultan Khosrow III. This monumental caravanserai then became the largest in Turkey. It is one of the best examples of Anatolian Seljuk architecture. One enters the Sultan Hani in the east through a monumental 13 meters high marble gate projecting from the 50 meters wide front wall. The gate is enclosed by a pointed arch decorated with muqarnas, corbels underplating with elegant geometric patterns. The open courtyard was used in the summer, while the covered ones on both sides were used during the winter. In the middle of the open courtyard stands a square stone kiosk mosque, the oldest example in Turkey. The mosque on the second floor sits on a construction of 4 carved barrel-vaulted arches. The arcades on both sides of the inner courtyard served as stables and has accommodations above. At the other side of the courtyard is another arched entrance. It is equally decorated with a muqarnas niche, joggled voussoirs and interlocking geometric designs. The central aisle of the covered hall is covered with a barrel vault with transverse ribs. A short tower, capped by a dome, stands over the center of the vault. This dome has an oculus, providing light and air to the hall. Notable residents: Piri Mehmed Pasha, Ottoman Grand Vizier 1518 to 1523. International relations. Twin towns. Sister cities. Aksaray is twinned with Ganja, Azerbaijan; Venice, Italy; Graz, Austria; Sankt Pölten, Austria; Prague, France; Lons-le-Saunier, France; Ajaccio, France; Podmezova Saheli, Hungary; Osaka, Japan; Banska Bystrica, Slovakia; Košice, Slovakia; Slovinska Bistrica, Slovenia; Burgas, Bulgaria; Petropavlovsk-Kamchatsky, Russian Federation; Dekamhare, Eritrea. Possible sister cities: Bandar es Salaam, Comoros; Bandar Seri Begawan, Brunei; Akarkalaki, Georgia. Proposed sister cities: Kigali, Rwanda; Cork Island.